Once upon a time, in a peaceful kingdom far beyond the edge of ordinary maps, lived a girl whose kindness shone brighter than the stars. This is the true story of Cinderella. There was once a warm, cheerful home at the edge of the royal forest. Inside lived a young girl named Ella, gentle, bright-eyed, full of joy. Her laughter filled the halls like sunlight. After her mother passed away, her father remarried, hoping Ella would have a loving family again. He brought home Lady Tremaine and her two daughters, Drizella and Anastasia. For a while, life was peaceful. But everything changed the day Ella's father fell sick and never returned from his journey. The warm home turned cold. And Ella's new family showed their true hearts. Lady Tremaine claimed the house as her own. Ella was pushed to the attic. Her soft dresses were replaced with old rags. Her days were filled with chores, cleaning, scrubbing, cooking, dusting. The stepsisters laughed at her, mocking the ashes on her face. Look at you, covered in cinders. She should be called Cinderella. But even then, Cinderella remained kind. She found comfort in talking to birds, mice, and the gentle breeze flowing through the attic window. Her heart stayed warm, even when the world around her did not. One morning, royal couriers arrived across the kingdom. A grand announcement echoed. All maidens are invited to a royal ball at the palace. The prince shall choose a bride. Cinderella felt her heart skip. A ball? At the palace? I can go too? Her stepmother smiled coldly. Only if you finish your work, dear. And if you find something appropriate to wear. The sisters shrieked with excitement, trying on gowns, demanding new accessories. Cinderella worked tirelessly, pressing dresses, polishing shoes, stitching ribbons. And secretly, she found her mother's old gown. Simple, but beautiful. She repaired it with beads and ribbons, her heart floating with hope. The night of the ball arrived. Cinderella finished her tasks, trembling with excitement. When she came downstairs wearing her mother's restored dress, the room fell silent. She looked beautiful, too beautiful for her stepmother's liking. Drizella shouted, "Those ribbons. They're mine." Anastasia screamed, "She stole my beads." Lady Tremaine smiled with cruel satisfaction. Within seconds, they tore Cinderella's dress apart. Beads snapped, fabric ripped, her dreams shattered, the carriage left without her. And Cinderella collapsed in the garden, crying beneath the old willow tree. The night grew still. Tears fell from Cinderella's eyes. "I tried so hard, why is kindness never enough?" she whispered. A warm light flickered nearby. Soft footsteps, then a gentle voice. "My child, you deserve kindness too." Before her stood an elderly woman with silver hair glowing like moonlight. Who are you?" "Your fairy godmother, dear." With a wave of her wand, a pumpkin turned into a gleaming golden carriage. Mice into handsome horses. Her torn dress transformed into a breathtaking blue ball gown, sparkling like the night sky. Glass slippers formed on her feet, clear, shining, magical. But the fairy godmother warned, the magic will last only until midnight. After that, everything returns to what it once was. Cinderella nodded, hope returning to her heart. The palace glowed like heaven. As Cinderella entered, the entire hall fell silent. The prince watched her from across the room, stunned. He walked straight to her. "No titles, no introductions," he said with a smile. "May I have this dance?" They danced under chandeliers, laughing, talking, glowing in each other's company. For the first time in years, Cinderella felt seen, valued, alive. The prince felt it too. He whispered, "I wish this night would never end." But at that moment, the clock struck 12. Cinderella gasped, "I'm so sorry, I must go." She ran down the grand staircase, her gown shimmering. One glass slipper slipped off, but she didn't stop. She disappeared into the night. Seconds later, her gown faded, the carriage vanished, magic dissolved into the air. She stood alone again, in her simple dress. Cinderella returned home before her stepmother and stepsisters, and laid on her bed with a smile, still replaying the magical night in her mind. The next morning, the kingdom buzzed with excitement. The prince had only one clue, the single glass slipper she had left behind. He made an announcement, "I will marry the girl whom this slipper fits. For she is the one my heart recognizes." From village to village, the prince's guards searched. When they reached Cinderella's home, Drizella tried. Anastasia tried. Of course, neither foot fit. The guard was about to leave when a soft voice called, "May I try as well?" Lady Tremaine blocked her path. "She's nobody. A servant. She doesn't belong at the palace." But the prince stepped forward himself. He had heard the voice. "It's you." His heart knew. Cinderella sat, The slipper slid on perfectly, like it had been waiting only for her. At that moment, her fairy godmother transformed Cinderella's clothes back into the beautiful gown from the ball.
You are the one I've searched for. Will you join me, not as royalty, but as my partner in life?
Tears filled her eyes. Yes. 1,000 times, yes. At the palace, she received a warm welcome. The kingdom rejoiced. Cinderella became a princess, not because of her beauty, not because of magic, but because of her kindness, courage, and heart. And they lived happily ever after. Thank you for watching this magical journey of Cinderella, a story that reminds us that kindness, courage, and hope can change any destiny. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more enchanting tales.